Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in less than 2 minutes. We'll be watching Target, ticker symbol TGT, out of the opening gates, looking for a break of 100. Always going to be a psychological level. So I'll be watching that very closely, and hopefully it stays above there before the open, which at this point it looks like it will. But yeah, market opens up here in, like I said, less than a couple minutes, so I'll keep you updated. All right, the markets are open. And as said, I would be watching Target here. So as of right now, looking like Target wants to bounce up some, which is good, The more it can bounce up, the better. So just watching Target right now. Get that alerted. This is very good right now. Exactly what I would want to see. Now interested at the 101 mark. If it looks like it wants to pull back. 101.50 now. So it looks like it wants to break down through 101.50. I'm interested in going short. Just still watching. Working its way down a little bit. Starting to try to come back down. In 101.50 right now. And now it's showing a little bit more signs of strength here. And up it goes even more. Still watching that 101.50 mark though. Let me get this alerted. There we go. All right, what is that right there? 102 now is what I would be interested in. Let me get that updated in the chat room. And wow, there it goes. Now over 103. I'm liking this setup quite a bit, but you got to just waiting for it. Got to see what kind of candle here forms. And even more. What is this up here? 103. So what is that? Yeah, 103. Looks good. So if it wants to come down here, I am getting short now at 103.26. I think this thing wants to start to pull back down here now. So there we go. Let's see if we can get a break down below 103. Again, looking for a break down below the 103 mark. I will have to get out though if it gets up above 104.50, because this thing is either a truly strong bounce or this bounce is going to run out of steam here and start to roll back over. So it's working its way down to 103. Let's see if we can get the break down below it, and there we go. So let's see if we can get it to pull back some more. And all out there for $455. Beautiful, but let's move over to LVS there. So that was, I mean, I've done these live trade videos for years now, but I don't know if I've ever really done a trade, capture it all from start to finish, stalking it and everything, and then making the alerts in the chat room. But there we go. All right, LVS, what is that? 45.25. Get that alerted. Let's see. All right, well, I mean, that was an absolutely textbook trade. I have a feeling I might have gotten out and too soon. Well, no, it's actually back above 103. So is this thing actually going to come back and play that fast? I might be interested again at 102.50. So if it looks like it can break down through 102.50, I'm going to hop back in again, try to pick up some more momentum. Be a little bit more aggressive though. But 102.50 would be that break that I would want to see. So I'm in. Looking for some more continuation of the downside momentum here. In at 102.35. And the downwards momentum is definitely in place. It's just a matter of, does this thing want to roll back over a little bit more? So I will go ahead and pause it for now. And we'll see what happens with it. All right, I think this thing wants to start to come back down. So I'm going to go ahead and get short, or attempt to get short. Well, I got 358 more at 103. So my average now is a goofy number at 103.58. But that's because, again, I think this thing ultimately wants to roll back over. So let's see if it can get back down to the 103.50 mark, and ideally even get down through there. So can it get down through 102.50? Yes, it can. Now can it get continuation? All right, well now I have 358, so this is kind of a trade gone haywire here a little bit. Let's see if it does want to work back down to that area at 102.40-ish. This is kind of silly with these 358 shares. All right, so all out there, I'm now back to $140, and that was the problem with me just kind of being goofy about it. But 102.50, that still got my eye. So I'm not going to give up on it yet, because like I said, I think that level could still be in place here, especially if this breakout or this attempted movement back to the upside fails again. And that really could be a nice trade. But yeah, as of right now, that most recent trade didn't really go according to plan how I wanted to see it. But yeah, let's see if it can work its way back down to that 102.50 area. In fact, I think it wants to, so I'm going to get in right now, because I think this thing really does want to break down through that level. And if it does, that's going to be, I think, a very nice upside potential, or well, downside potential move, which would be upside for my account since I'm short. especially if the market starts to pull back here, which it looks like it might. That is going to help out the trade quite a bit. So yeah, let's see if this thing can get down below 102.50. In fact, I'll map that level out just so we can keep an eye on it for visualization's sake. So that green line right there, if the price falls below there, I think it could become a very, very profitable trade. So I will go ahead and pause for the time being. All right, target is starting to work its way down there. Again, 102.50 is going to be that first key break that needs to, there we go. There we go. Let's see if we can get some more momentum here with it. And there we go. So all out there for a very, very nice score. Now we're back. All those gains and now up 665. So great trade there and very happy with that. Well, looking at the time of the video, already over 10 minutes. And so basically 11-minute video and the market's only been open 12 minutes. But as my day trading kind of motto goes, $500 a day keeps the day job away. And up over $600 already in, like I said, under 15 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up and actually move on with my day. I have some other things that I want to get done. Have a podcast I got to record. For those of you that, watch how I plug the YouTube channel. If you check out the other videos on the YouTube channel, you know that some of them are me in person in front of my blackboard or stuff. And so yeah, go check out those videos. But point being, I have a couple of those videos that need to get recorded today. So yeah, I'm just going to move on. I'm more than happy with $660. And like I said, under 15 minutes. And that was with a losing trade. So I mean, moral of the story here, losing trades are okay. Losing trades happen. Nobody's perfect. No such thing as a 100% win rate. But yeah, if you keep things focused, if you behave the way you should behave and have proper protocols and systems in place, then everything will work itself out. Now I realize in hindsight you may be thinking, and it's a valid thought. Well, Clay, if you should have never even taken that loss because the price ultimately went back in your favor. So that first losing trade should have never been a losing trade. And you know what? You're right. If I would have held, that would have been fine. But what happens had the price actually broken out and then just booyah to the upside? Then you'd be sitting here saying, Clay, you idiot, why didn't you get out? Where's your risk management? Where's your stop losses at? And in that situation, you would be totally right. So what is my point? My point is, always remember, in hindsight, you're always going to be wrong. Hindsight is the perfect judge, but because of that, it's the cruel judge. Because if you're using that as your backbone, then yeah, it's going to be very hard to be right at all times. So yes, you're absolutely right. That first loss, it's a valid point. I didn't even need to take it because ultimately I was right and it rolled back over. But I admitted quickly, you know what? I think I probably shouldn't have gotten out. Now, of course, you always want to get out anyways. That's just part of risk management. But and not to pat myself on the back, but to offer up some learning lessons to you. It's okay if you take a loss on something, then you're like, you know what? It looks like I was going to ultimately be right. Then just get back into the trade. Get back in. Don't just sit there and be like, oh well, I got in, and then I was disciplined and honored, and I honored my stop loss, and I got out. Oh, and then look, oh wow, well it looks like I shouldn't have gotten out because it looks like it is going to do what I thought it was going to do. Really? Well then get back in. Get back into the trade. Fine line between forcing a trade and revenge trading. But as you saw here, had to take the stop. Had to take the loss, but then I kept watching and thought, I think I was going to be right. And I was right. And not only did I recuperate that loss, I put myself that much further in the green. So definitely a learning lesson here. And hopefully you can walk away just knowing that it's okay to be wrong. And sometimes you were ultimately right, but that's all hindsight. But if you are wrong, that's okay. Don't be afraid to get back into the very same trade that maybe just punched you in the face. And yeah, I got punched in the face, but in a controlled way. And then because I kept with it, you saw the results of that. So I think I've repeated myself about 10 times now. So take away from that maybe that's a very important lesson that I'm trying to get across here. But overall, thank you for hanging out. Actually, real quick, one more thing. I mentioned it several times about how I'm making updates and typing alerts to the chat room in my private community. So maybe you think, Clay, what is this community? The community I offer you can learn more about is at claytrader.com/team. And really the way to approach it, so we'll just use this, $99 for 3 months of access is, do I believe this investment can help me make more than $8.25, not per day, but per week? Because that's what that pricing breaks down to. $99 over 3 months, $8.25 per week. So if you believe the service can help you make more than $8.25 per week, can bring more value than $8.25 per week, then yeah, you'll get a great return on your investment. So that's the way I would approach it. There is a mobile app, so it's not like you have to change your computer all day long or anything like that. But there is the live chat room, which like I said, you heard me typing to. And then also I send out my weekly scans and stuff with the newsletter so that everybody has a good idea of kind of what I'm looking at and just give everybody some ideas of what may catch their attention too. But for those members of the community that did play Target with me this morning, congratulations. And for those of you that are maybe thinking of joining, would love to have you. But if not anything else, and you just enjoy these live trade videos, the easiest way to communicate that to me is to click that like button. And also, like I said earlier, check out the channel as a whole. And if you like what you see, I hope you decide to become a subscriber of the channel. I would love to have you. But if nothing else, just hit that like button. Thanks for hanging out. And hopefully, actually, if you're still with me right now and you enjoyed the learning lesson, just let me know down below that, hey, yeah, Clay, please keep making these learning lessons as a part of these live trade videos because they're helpful. Because I always enjoy hearing feedback and criticism too. As long as it's constructive criticism, that's great. But let me know down below. So thank you for hanging out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.